Year's Eve 2012, and I'm recording my voice sample to show how I sounded at the end of this year. This is the amount of voice I have, which does not seem like a lot to me, and I'm hoping for better next year. That's my voice sample. Excruciating pain I would swallow. And after that, I had this abductor type voice. I was diagnosed in San Francisco in about 1990. And completely with nobody's help, I just instinctively found out I could sing. And I could work my way out of a speech issue by singing into speaking. Right. And I've kept my voice in pretty good shape from then until late spring. And then I struggled more and more since late spring of last year. And in July, I had a couple of conference calls, and I thought, I just could not speak at all.
So, what happened differently?
No idea.
No idea.
But
Level of stress, change,
No.
any other illnesses?
no,
Nothing.
mystery. But I went to an ear, nose, and throat physician because I was supposed to be speaking on a cruise ship in 2 weeks when it didn't get better. And this time I had severe muscle tension dysphonia too.
Okay.
Really severe. And he looked at it, he said it's global and it's very inflamed and terribly swollen. So he gave me inhalant steroids and 5-day pills, which I didn't want to take, but it did kind of help a bit. After which I went to the University of Washington. And she's fabulous. She has very many things that you talk about that she does. And she helped me a lot. A few weeks and the muscle tension dysphonia was gone. She taught me so many things that helped. But
So did you do a lot of blows and grrrs and stretches and
yeah, and she taught me the laryngeal massage. And she taught me this, like there's a whole raft of exercises that she had me doing that I just, and she trying to help me to be more resonant, which I'm still not very good at. That's okay. I'm getting better.
Well, you're getting it up here.
Getting better than I was.
I'm not stuck down in the basement. So
Doing better.
yeah.
But I've been using the exercises out of your books.
Okay.
And that's helpful to me. My big horrible thing I did was I took a Botox shot. And it was seriously one of the worst things I've ever done to myself or let someone do to me. I would never, ever, ever, ever in a million years, ever have Botox ever again. I had adductor dysphonia. I coped really, really well for a long, long time. But then last year I had what I kind of refer to as a vocal collapse. Like my whole voice just had a really serious collapse. And the things I'd done to maintain it before to get it back didn't work anymore. And that was scary, not to be able to get it back, to do everything that I'd done that worked really well and didn't work at all anymore. And but I read your books and I saw some things in there that worked, that were similar to things that had worked for me. And I thought, I think that'll really work. I had hope that it would really work for me. And I do feel like it was wonderful. And the things that you've given me the tools to do are simple. They're not things that are, it's not unattainable. It's simple things that I can do easily. And I do feel like I have my wonderful speech therapist, and she told me, I'm so sorry to tell you, you're just completely handicapped by this, and there's really nothing more I can offer you to get over it. And I told her, no, it's not hopeless, I'm blessed. I still have a lot left, more than my voice. But I, as a relentless optimist, really wanted to find another way, a better way. Botox failed me. Everything I discovered failed me, and I had no voice at all. I have ABSD, which means my vocal cords want to stay apart. Had a breathy voice. I could not order anything in a restaurant. I couldn't carry on a normal conversation. There were a lot of things that I couldn't do, but there were still things I could do. One thing I still could do was hope. And I refuse to give up the hope that there's a better way. I know what is said, that the only treatment is Botox. I know there's not a cure yet, but I believe there will be a cure. And for me, I found a holistic approach that I went from not speaking in an audible voice, whispering only like this. That's all I could do. And suddenly, I'm speaking as loudly as I want to. I could holler to my neighbor kids over the fence. And I found that there is another way. There are other choices. And I guess what I'd like to say to anybody else who has SD, let it be a gift. Let it make you more compassionate, deeper person. Let it make you search your soul. Find out what your real value is in yourself, and give yourself the gift of hope, trying new things. I think there's lots of things that you can try that can help, but I love that Connie Pike has put together a whole range of things. And she offered me something and it didn't work. And she offered me something else and it didn't work. And she offered me something else, which was so amazingly simple. And all of a sudden, I found myself saying words completely and whole like I am now. I think I said about 4 or 5 words, and then I started crying, and I just said, it's working. It's working. And I would say to anybody out there, like, it can work for you too.